Neurodiversity as Politics. My Thoughts by Jill Looms Quinn, 27th of May 2020. This is my starting point. Some words I wrote in 2018. The politics of neurodiversity is not about arguing for the value of neurodivergence within the physical and social boundaries of the status quo. It is the work of presenting a radical challenge to those boundaries. Not begging for space at the table, but a full-on, elbows-out battle to move the furniture and make room. A bold human assertion of a claim for space. Neurodiversity, two approaches. The word neurodiversity was born in 1998. Judy Singer created it as part of her Sociology honours thesis, and it became the book Neurodiversity, the Birth of an Idea. As with any idea, its meaning has been discussed and developed over time. In this short video, I share my thoughts on the concept and what we could and should be doing with it. I think there are, broadly speaking, two ways in which we can use the concept of neurodiversity. I call these the individual differences in the melting pot approach and the scaffolding of structural disadvantage approach. Individual differences in the melting pot. The individual differences approach suggests that society is made up of individuals who have different ways of viewing and functioning in the world. So far, so ordinary. I dislike this approach, not because I think it is wrong, it is self-evidently accurate, but I find it weak and watery, and far from achieving a goal of making life better for neurodivergent people, I think it actually slows our progress. Firstly, because it individualizes and atomizes us, and secondly, because it places the emphasis on the individual. If the concept of neurodiversity is to underpin a political movement, I think we need to change our focus. Scaffolding of structural disadvantage. I think we need to turn the lens round. I think we need to make our focus the structures of society, the ways in which we say and do things, and the expectations we have of each other. And I think we need to criticise, to challenge, and ultimately to dismantle the scaffolding that holds together structures that keep some people out. Neurodiversity as a political movement. Of course, each member of society is an individual. That should go without saying. But individuals can be organised into groups. That doesn't mean they're identical, but they have things in common. Neurodivergent people are an example of such a group. And the ways in which our society is structured favours some groups over others. This is where neurodiversity as a political movement needs to direct its attention and its energy. On shaking the foundations of structures that discriminate against, are hostile towards, that abuse, that exclude, and that exploit people who are autistic, dyslexic, dyspraxic, or otherwise neurodivergent. That's why I say the politics of neurodiversity is not about arguing for the value of neurodivergence within the physical and social boundaries of the status quo. It is the work of presenting a radical challenge to those boundaries. Not begging for space at the table, but a full-on, elbows-out battle to move the furniture and make room. A bold human assertion of a claim for space. And why I think that those who say, "But that's just how the world is," need to make their dreams bigger